Hey guys, it's Hayden, aka The Next Gen Collector, back with another video. And today's video is going to be a rather short and quick one because I am about to be hit with a hurricane. Yes, Hurricane Milton is about to hit my home state of Florida. Don't worry, I am out of the direct path, but I just want to go ahead and kind of get this video out because I've had these books sitting here and want to have a video and I can edit on my phone while all this madness is going on. But these books today are from a couple of my friends from the Council of X. Yes, we have Cheddar Comics here with my first stack that I'm going to show you, and then Dan's X-Men Comics for the second stack. But without further ado, let's move into the cheesy stack. Psych, I lied. We're not going to go into those books first. We're actually going to go over this little tiny haul that I got from Cosmic Comics, who just opened their new location here in Jacksonville, Florida. The new location for the shop is amazing. It's actually right near the Fan Addicts headquarters, fun fact. And upon them, having their soft launch open, I went and checked it out and bought a couple of books, of course. This is my favorite local shop here. They have the best vintage inventory in the Jacksonville area. And first up is a #1 here, Where the Monsters Dwell. Really awesome Cyclops cover. I solely picked this up because one, this is coming out, it's spooky season, right? And the fact that I saw my friend Brandon over at Mon Comics actually have this one and unbox it, and I was like, you know what? I gotta have it. Influence of the internet, people. But super happy to get this one for the holiday season of spookiness and such. So really happy to get this one. And then the next book that I got, I believe, I'll toss it up on the screen, is a 1 in 25 variant that I found for like $2 or $1.50. It's one of those ratio variants, but in the theme still of spooky season, kind of sorta, is the Dark Knight himself, Batman, on this Detective Comics 1063, and this is a ratio variant of some sort, but the art is by Jim Lee, which is why I picked it up. I love my Jim Lee Batman covers, so it was really cool to get this one. This is a 2022 one, but covered by Jim Lee, Scott Williams, and Alex Sinclair. The dynamic trio, basically all of Jim Lee's work with DC. So happy to get this one. That was a $2 grab. I believe that Dwell Where Monsters Dwell was like, I want to say it was under $10. Maybe it was like $10. And then I got this book. I believe maybe it was 20. I'm not sure, but I believe this might be the earliest book in my collection now. I solely picked it up because it was a really cool war. I don't know. I just really love the art. It's actually not even a Marvel comic. It's an Atlas Comics book. Believe that, but it is battle number 38. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first issue in this run that actually has the Comics Code Authority stamp on it, if I'm not mistaken. I'll also double check that or put it up on the screen if it is. I believe I found that out after the fact, but 10-cent Atlas Comics stuff here. Let's see if I can get that closer to screen. If the glare looks terrible on it, I'm sorry. I'll toss a picture up with just a normal copy of what it looks like. I probably just butchered that shot, but super happy to get this super early, awesome, is this Golden Age? I mean, it's gotta be, right? I don't know. Super awesome cover. I feel like I might be drawn more to try to get some more of these if I can find them for a good price. I mean, $20 plus the discount that I got for all those over at Cosmic Comics, I don't know, it ended up being a really good deal. So you guys let me know in the comments if, $20 for something like that is a good deal. I'll probably end up at a discount, probably like 17, but anyway, back to the Council of X books. First stack, Cheddar Comics, which draws this amazing art. Look at that, Wolverine, love to see it. My favorite X-Man, my favorite mutant. First up is another Neil Adams book that I've been picking up a lot of recently in this series that he did. Green Lantern. So this is Green Lantern number 88. The reason I got this one is because it is obviously Neil Adams, but I really was drawn to this one because it actually has Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern, on this one as well. So was really happy to get this one to start chipping away a little bit more at that Neil Adams Green Lantern. Ugh, man, am I tired or something? I don't know. But anyways, Neil Adams, Green Lantern, goodness, had to pick it up. Keeping it real for Neil, we have another cover of his, but this time in the Superman series. It is Superman number 317, the I'm Hulking Out, it's a Hulk cover. Kryptonite's killing him, Kryptonite green, that's why he's green, but people like to call this the Hulking Out cover for Superman. I have to keep growing my Neil Adams cover collection, thanks to my good old friend in the Council of X, Cheddar Comics. But we actually have one more book from Cheddar, which has kind of started this stack off, because via his Cheddar database, then you need the go to his page on Instagram that will be linked in the description and go check it out. I give him a list of books that I'm looking after for good deals. As you guys know, I'm a low grade better than no grade kind of guy, and this book was right up my alley. And that book is none other than an X-Men book that I've been looking for a while now, and it came at a screaming deal that he gave me. X-Men 141, Part 1 of Days of Future Past. Quite an amazing John Byrne cover here. Ugh, iconic. This one he gave me was $45. Boom, $45 for this one. Mid-grade copy, all I can ask for. I mean, dude, mid-grade, great price, legendary book. Finally. Ooh, this is like one of the few X-Men books, early, sub 200 in the Uncanny run that I was like dying to have. So thank you, Cheddar, for the amazing deal on this and those other couple books. But of course, that's not all he sends in his goodie baskets. He also sends cards. I'll just highlight one that he sent here. This really awesome Juggernaut card here. Hopefully that focuses on that. Silver Age Juggernaut, and on the back, details about his first appearance. But that's not the last bit of X-Men you've seen in this video. Of course, I bought books from Dan's X-Men Comics, from the Council of X. Whole lot of X-Men action going on. I'm willing to bet that these next couple books I got from Dan's X-Men Comics are probably X-Men related. So let's hop into those. Alright, I had to take off my hat because my cranium was hurting from nothing squeezing on it. But first book up is a freebie because Dan, he's just so kind and he likes to give me these freebie X-Men books. So we have What If the Phoenix Had Not Died. So What If issue number 32. Gave it a good read. Really cool. This awesome little throw-in book here. Classic Phoenix holding Cyclops for one, so not a sad Clops cover. Inverse. Pretty neat. But the books that I had to have from Dan. Had to. First of which is related to that last book you saw. X-Men 141. Had to get X-Men 142. Boom. Man. Part 2 of the Days of Future Past. I cannot wait to get these together. Sit down. Have a good old sip of Diet Coke. And crack these boys open and read them. But Dan cut me an amazing deal on this one too. I'm already forgetting the price because we actually had a bit of a funny story that happened picking up these books, so I will tell after I show you the last one. But good mid to low grade copy here. Looks excellent in this Mylar, especially paired up with that 141. So really happy to get this one. And then another book that low grade better than no grade, but I have been dying to get one of the early Silver Age X-Men books that have been on my list for a while. It not only has something to do with the X-Men, it has something to do with maybe a spider that came along. Yes, if you're well versed in the X-Men knowledge, you know that is X-Men number 35. Along Came the Spider. A lot of people like to consider this the first crossover between Spider-Man and the X-Men, but if you know, that is actually not Spider-Man, that is Changeling. So, I'm not sure what is actually denounced as the first actual crossover between Spider-Man and the X-Men. If you know what that is, drop it down in the comments. I think I tried to look for it, and a lot of people just keep pointing to this book. But if that was retconned to be Changeling, or whatever it is, I haven't cracked this one open, it's pretty low grade, don't want to damage it any more than it already is, just drop it down in the comments. What is the actual first crossover between Spider-Man and the X-Men? Let me know. I'll be trying to get that book. Book condition on this one is a good, solid good, maybe a good plus. There's a tear on the back cover, but a wonderful presenting book here. Let me just get the double hand stable action on it. Hopefully the glare is not absolutely demolishing this book right now, but man, talk about like my favorite team and my favorite character teaming up on the cover, whether it's him or not. I mean, it's insinuated it is. So, really happy to get this one. Thank you, Dan. But there was actually a little hiccup that came with these books. So as I mentioned from the hurricane at the beginning, I live in Florida. And upon getting the tracking info from Dan, I started to notice, I'm like, out for delivery. That was a little weird. Because the package ended up in Texas? Yeah, Texas. So I was rather confused. And then suddenly it says package delivered on porch. I run outside. Porch is empty. Check the tracking again. Still says something about Texas. So me and Dan started talking about it. We're like, what in the heck could have happened? Because he definitely put my address on there. So I'm not sure what was going on. We started to file the claim process. And then suddenly a package appears on my door. The comic books. I'm like, oh, Dan, in my head, I'm like, Dan, did you figure something out? And I go to open it. And I saw that it was a box within a box. I'm like, why would Dan package it like that? And then upon opening it, this note with my name on it comes out. And it reads as follows. Hi there. we got this package that was meant for you. I often task my 9-year-old getting the boxes of mail, and she brought it in and immediately started opening it. Your books have not been touched, but the box was open. Not that big of a deal. I'm sending it your way instead of the shipper because it seemed more timely to do so to get directly to you ASAP. If you get a LinkedIn request from insert name here, that's me just trying to get word from you that the package got there safely. Hope life brings you joy and good fortune. Insert name here. Wow. Talk about an act of kindness. Out of the kindness of their heart. Spent the postage to get that package moved along. Not sending it back through the postal service, just messed it up. You can't ask for better stuff than this. And this isn't even just a comic book community thing. This is just a person being nice. So I already reached out to them on LinkedIn, said they're fine, thanked them a million times. Talk about putting some memories with these books. So that note will be paired nicely on the back of the backer board with Dan's books. So they have that forever story attached to them, creating that sentimental value just a little bit more. And whenever I look back on them or I see any other copies of these exact books, I'm going to remember this moment. So really cool, really neat. But I've been rambling kind of not too long. This is a short one. But thanks again for all the support on the videos. Traction seems to be growing. I haven't mentioned it in a while, but there is a 1,000 subscriber giveaway on this channel. I will hopefully at some point in the next few videos reintroduce the 1,000 subscriber stack that we have. But if you don't want to wait for that, you can go back in one of the videos. I think it's the I'm Back, or it's one of those videos in the past. It might be in the thumbnail. Maybe. I'm not sure. Just going to go watch my videos to find out of what the stack is currently at. I do plan to add on to it. It's going to be a good beefy stack, not going to fit in a normal just Gemini mailer. So be on the lookout for that. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell if you like these videos. Might not be coming out on Mondays anymore. Just saying. We'll see how things pan out. But anyway, psych, that wasn't freeze frame. See ya. Love you. Bye. See you in the next one. Whatever.